Hello everyone, welcome back to MixFest TV. Hope you're having a great day. Back with some subscribers Q&A. If you haven't already, do me a favor and go watch my artist Bella Kelly's new video, Heartbreak Motel. Link is gonna be in the info box down below, and we also have a giveaway. We're giving away an audience interface for you just to share the video on social media. Again, link is gonna be in the info box. Let's go to the question. Why does it sound like big records have some kind of resonant frequencies which tend to make their songs louder in your face than mine, even though we hit the same level? Also, can we replicate these nice resonant frequencies with plugins? Okay, so this is I think I have probably more videos on this subject than anybody else on YouTube, but it is about perceived loudness. I've said this so many freaking times. Numbers will only give you a little part of the story. Let me give you this example. You have a song that has a constant 808, all right, and another one that doesn't. They measure the same, but the one without the constant 808 sounds a lot louder. Why? Because the way we measure, the way our tools measure the LUFS and the RMS levels. The constant 808, which has this big block of energy and takes so much headroom, and it's constant, will make the number go up, but not the perceived loudness. While the other one has more headroom, maybe a little less low end, and it will measure the same because it doesn't have the constant 808 that inflate the number, but it sounds so much louder. And remember, loudness is usually lives in the mid-range, all right? So that's the range that helps you perceive a song louder than another. It's almost never the extreme bands like low end and top end. So your wording and your terminology is off. There's no resonant frequencies. It's called harmonic content. How dense your material, your song is, and in what range this density is. Usually when you have a lot of density in the mid-range, and it's just, this is a broad term, like I said, I have so many videos on the subject, that song will potentially sound a lot louder than another one that is less dense in that mid-range. But at the same time, there's a feeling of power, which is usually the low mid-range, and how saturated that mid-range is. Then there's the sense of bigness, which is how deep your low end is extended. And the brightness also help with loudness, so the top end. And all these things are a compromise. This is why it's so hard to make things sound loud and clear and clean. And this is why a lot of people say, I don't like loudness because it's hard to make it right. And a lot of people can't. So they just, oh, dynamics, dynamics, dynamics. How much freaking dynamic you need? You know, like 24 dB of swing. Nobody could even stand that on a song. But I'm digressing. So all these elements are a compromise, because if you have an extended low end, like down to 20, it sounds big and powerful, but you can't push the track too much because the low frequencies are the one that crap first when you start limiting and compressing or clipping a converter for loudness, all right? So it's a compromise. And then if you have too much mid-range, or that mid-range is not smooth and it's piercing, if you have a lot of density and the range is harmonically rich too much, when you start pushing, that range becomes piercing. So it's not loud anymore, it's annoying. Same with the high end. If it's bright, it's pretty, but if it's too much and too detailed, sometimes it's piercing and it's annoying to hear, all right? Some people, like, especially nowadays, I hear like they like to put weird sounds at like 18K or 19K. They're like, fuck you, why do you even do that? But also a lot of people can't even hear that high. So it's, everything is a compromise, all right? There's not an easy formula. Like, I understand people asking for this, like, oh, can we replicate it with plugins? It's not a matter of plugins or hardware. Making a mix loud or being perceived loud, that's skills. It's this and experience. And it's why you pay a mix engineer. There's no special formula. It's probably 10,000 small decisions that you make while you're mixing a song that will give you that result. And you know, some people are specialized in stuff like that, and you know, they studied this particular subject very, very well and deeply, like me. And you know, that's literally what you pay a mix engineer for. There's no special formula, there's no magic frequencies, but you know, I gave you some pointers, but it's not even scratching the surface of how to achieve what you want to achieve and why your songs don't sound like that. And there's no quick and easy fix to it. It's again thousands and thousands of decisions and make when you mix a song. Also with that in mind, because some people, it seems like there's some people out there that it seems like they are trying to demonize mixing for loudness. But mixing for loudness still means making the song sound good first. It's you also are able to push it or make the mix have the potential for them to be louder than others. If anything, you know, it's a lot harder to do that than completely ignore the loudness or the potential for the mix to be loudness and say, oh, I don't care about that. Well, okay, if you don't care, we are all good with that, but can you do it? Because if you can do it and if you know how to, then you can not care. It's like breaking the rules. You can't break the rules if you don't know them first. What are you breaking? But so yeah, to answer your question, it's just mixing from the beginning to the end, for the first move to the last move that gives you that result. I hope this answers the question. Leave all your questions for the Q&A in the info box down below. If you like the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Remember, if you really want to learn how to mix and master professionally, click the join button down here, become a MixBus TV member, and access the already big and always growing library of professional mixing and mastering courses, start to finish, on many different genres. Special videos, exclusive giveaways, and you also get mix consultations with me. Stay safe. See you next time.